and this is to our next one. Is begging for equality beneath us? Is begging for equality beneath us? Okay, and the reason why I say that's a good segue because we went from talking about, as I just said, there are people out there that are doing things to try to help the youth. So again, there are people out there fighting for.
And my heart go, kudos to them dudes, man. Like I'm not. First of all, I don't want to, I didn't. Let me just explain the question. I didn't.
You tell me the topic. The topic.
Yeah, the topic. I'm gonna put that up there too, because I didn't want to offend anybody by saying this by wording this topic the way we did, but we thought that it would get the most effect if we kept it the way we kept it.
Right.
Because it's just that I feel, and this is my personal belief, not begging. I don't think that we're begging, but when we keep asking for something over and over and over and over for over 100 years, marching, protesting, crying, everything. When is enough enough? Like, when are we going to say, all right, fuck that protesting. We're going to take matters into our own hands. We need to do this. We need to, if we want our reparations, we have to do like the Indians did, or we have to do like the Jewish people did, or we have to do like the Japanese people did. All these people got reparations. Why haven't black folks got reparations?
Right? Now, okay, let me ask you. Go ahead, Mike. Finish the thought. My fault.
Even with the Indians, right? So they're in the Constitution. Black folks are in the Constitution. Neither one of the only these two folks are mentioned in the Constitution, right? But Indians, they got over 300 sovereign nations. We don't have not even one. They got the reparations because their land was stolen and their people were killed. And the land was used to profit the people who came over and took it, right? So that's how they gained their wealth, right? Their generational wealth. So they had that. Black people never got a chance to have generational wealth. We started from
zero.
We started from zero. We started from less than zero.
Less than zero, right. Now, at least in this country. But now, okay, Nike, you said asking for something time and time again. Asking for something time and time again. That's what you said, right?
Yeah.
So so when you say begging, is that what you mean by begging? Is that where that term comes from?
I don't mean actually begging, but I'm not the type of person that's gonna keep asking. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
right.
So my thing is, there was a time and place when marching and protesting had his heyday, right? When we were trying to make people aware of the injustices that were happening to our people, making people aware of the opportunities that we're not given, trying to make people aware of the oppression that's going on. So we have told everybody who will listen what our issue is. So our issue is well known, well documented, everything. But the thing is, nobody for the last 200 years has did anything, but they haven't given us what we've been asking for. We've been asking for reparations. We've been asking for equality. We've been asking for equal justice. We've been asking for equal opportunity, equal housing.
But listen, everything that you rattled off, Nike, we've made slow and small and short progress on everything you rattled off. You said equal justice. More than 60 years ago, we were sitting on the back of the bus. We're no longer sitting on the back of the bus. Is that some form?
So I guess we good now.
No. I didn't say that. What I'm saying is that, Nike, everything that you mentioned before, they could say you a white person and a black folks couldn't work at this job, right? They would say that. That's against the law to say that now, because people marched, people fought, and now they have what is it when they have percentages? You know what I'm talking about? When they have would you have to have a certain percentage of people, minorities, working in your organization? Part of what I think, and this kind of spills into the conversation we had the other day. I think part of the issue when someone thinks that night, when someone takes the position that people are out here begging and nothing is happening, I think it has more to do with the fact that they don't know what's going on. If they're not in the streets every day, like there are meetings happening in people's basements daily, people coming together, strategizing, planning meetings, having fundraisers, doing different things, preparing for marches. Those things happen daily. But if you're not a part of, if you're not in the street or not in the area where those things are happening, you won't know about them. So my take on that,
I'm in my own area. I do see stuff that's happening, but I say the same thing here. I say the same thing when I'm in the shop and everything. Like, look, that's only going to take us so far. And we've been doing this. Like, okay, this is my point. I have nothing against marching and protesting. If you want to march and protest, go for it. The only thing I'm saying is that we've done the marching and protesting. They are aware of the situation. They are aware of what we're marching and protesting for. What I'm saying is that we need a different direction. We need a different way to. We just need a different strategy.
I think this is what this person said. Why ask the question, what are you going to do? Instead, tell what you've done, since you don't believe marching and protesting are effective. Doing something is far greater than doing absolutely nothing. That goes to when we talk about what I always talk about.
What I've done? What
no. It said, and that's the lead to,
since you don't believe in marching and protesting are effective.
But
I've marched and protest.
But listen to this though.
But I'm tired of marching and protesting.
Okay, so then what do you, when you said take matters into their own hands? What does that look like? What do you mean by that?
What we need, okay. So what people don't seem to want to understand is there is already two Americas. People don't want to believe that, but there's already two Americas.
Okay, so you say that to say what?
There's an America for the haves and there's an America for the have-nots, right? Our people are in that group with the have-nots. Do you know that white people own more than 90% of all the wealth in the United States?
No, the question is, okay,
all right, go ahead. What's the question?
The question was, when you say take matters into your own hands, what does that mean? Because I believe in those people that are out. Let me finish this. I believe that the answer, as I've always said, it is still marching, it is still protesting, it's voting, it's doing all of those things. But when you say take matters in your own hand, because the time or the era of marching and protesting is not making a difference anymore, what do you suggest then when you say take matters into your own hand?
I think that we need to, first of all, apply for reparations. That's first of all.
So, but we said asking for something. Asking for something.
No. That's not
okay,
asking.
Go ahead.
No, it's not asking. I'm talking about demanding. Right. Getting a lawsuit.
How do you demand reparations?
Getting a lawsuit and sue for reparations, just like the Indians did. Just like the Indians did.
You know that was done before.
It was done before. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So you just do it. You saying just do it again?
Yeah.
Do it again.
Because and then you have to follow the same, because the Indians they got their reparations because of their land was used for profit, right? We should get reparations because our labor was used for profit. We didn't get paid for that labor.
Correct.
Even when they freed us, we didn't get paid for that labor. They gave it. They said, okay, well, you free now, but he don't have no education. He wasn't allowed to read.
So when you say take matters in your own,
pot to piss out of, right?
correct.
So now what?
So when you say take matters in your own hand and using reparations as an example, you're talking about suing the government. That's what you consider by taking matters in your own hand. And even though that was done already, even though that was done before,
even though it's done already, whatever. That's one solution. I mean, that's part of the solution. That's not the only thing.
But if it was done already by some of those great minds,
they already paid. They already paid with their labor, their free labor. We shouldn't have to pay taxes.
Okay, but if it was done already and we didn't get the reparations, you saying do it again, and that's you taking matters into your own hand.
That's black people taking their matters into their own hands.
Okay,
suing for reparations. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. We have to be thorough and follow, like this person said, we have to be thorough and follow through on stuff.
Agreed.
We get we shouldn't be paying taxes. We should have our own sovereign nation. We're still a U.S. So just like those Indian reservations and those casinos, they're still part of the U.S., but they're under the sovereignty of whatever tribe that they're from. We should have the same thing.
Okay, I don't disagree with that, but the topic that we're talking about is begging, and that was the key word, begging, and then it branched off to marching.
I'm not cool with the word
begging.
Okay,
forget the word begging. I told
you that earlier.
Okay,
so you trying to put that.
Forget the word begging. Is marching and those kind of things, is it beneath us now? And what you suggest was to basically attack the judicial system, whereas marching and protest. Listen to this: marching and protesting. You're confronting this. You're confronting the political system, because that's the way that you get the attention of society as a whole. So what you're suggesting
we need
doing,
to change the political system too.
But what I'm saying is, what you're suggesting, filing a lawsuit, is basically the same thing. You're going at it from a judicial way, and other folk marching and protesting are going at it from a political standpoint. It's the same thing, though, Knight. It's the same. You're just attacking another branch of government.
It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing.
You saying file a lawsuit?
Right.
That's not
out in the street. You don't have to go out in the street to file a lawsuit.
So you just saying your whole thing is to stop marching. That's the part.
I'm not saying stop marching. I'm saying
You said it does.
What I'm saying is we need to use the system the way they use the system.
Oh, I'm with that. I'm with that.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm with that.
We can't be. We have to go. Like, here's another thing. All right, I said the reparations, not paying taxes, having our own sovereignty. Here's another one. They won't even pass the anti-lynching bill. You get what I'm like? Come on, man. Like, it's time. Like, it's time for us to stop playing, because playtime is over, man. Like, either we gonna be free or we ain't, right? So like, with do you know that here's a stat I want to throw out there real quick. Black people spend about $16 billion a year in this country, right? $16 billion. Do you know that that's enough money that if we were our own country, we would be like 16th in the world as in countries, like listed in the countries.
The economy, right? I can see that.
Yeah, countries, their economies. So why don't we put that money to get, like, instead of, I'm not saying giving them money to
Terry,
nobody.
but Terry, I think this is, but Knight, this is where I think the breakdown is. Everything that you're saying, though, the marching and the protesting, that's the attempt to bring folk together in order to do those things. That's the way that you bring everyone together. Everyone goes to their individual.
Why not do like a black convention?
Say it again.
Why not do like a black convention twice a year? have everybody
okay,
come and pay for a ticket, and that can fund, have everybody come pay for a ticket at the National Black Convention. Then
you know what's funny?
You could use that
listen
money.
to this.
Wait a minute.
I'm a member, Nike. I'm a member of not an active member, and my thing probably expired, of the National Action Network. I went to their convention that they do annually. That's exactly what they do. That's exactly. Right. So my point is that these things are being done. So and again, these things, and then sometimes when something happens immediately, you need to show your strength. You need to come out and galvanize people. You need to get people together, moving in one direction to show and to illustrate that there is support for those causes. That is the purpose of a march. It galvanizes people. It brings people together to show that there's support. So the example that I used before, if something happened and I'm able to say, all right, I'm going to bring 2 million people in the street tomorrow, and there are 2 million people there for that one cause, that shows, that illustrates that there is support for that cause. That is the point of these marches. So again, what I'm saying is that, well, like I've always said, it's all of the above. It's filing lawsuits, it's marching, it's protesting, it's hitting the street, it's sit-ins, it's everything. It's throwing right. Everything at an issue.
When people get to a point where they're fed up with that.
Say it again.
Then it's when people get to a point where they're fed up with that, then it's time for a new strategy. It's time for because when you keep doing the same thing over and over and over, and you get the same results.
No, but that's the difference.
Insanity. That's insanity.
But you're not getting the same results. So in other words, now with that statement,
well, how come if we're not getting the same results, how come when George Floyd was killed? Wait, if we're not getting the same results, how come when George Floyd was killed, then that should have been the end of it, because we marched and protested the shit out of that.
Well, Nike,
wait, let me finish.
Okay.
So how come it happened again?
If that night, come on. I mean, let's be realistic. In other words, you saying that they pass a law saying if you murder somebody, you're going to go to jail. Therefore, all murders stop. No, you still have crooked people that's going to go out there killing people with guns and cops doing crooked things. You agree with that, right?
Yeah.
Murder's illegal, but people still murder. So just because they passed the George Floyd, George Floyd, and we marched, but what that did was some cities passed laws and they toughened some of their laws against police. Remember, I said the other day, some police departments have been defunded. They reallocated some funds from some police departments. So are you saying that that's not progress? That happened as a result of people hitting the street.
That's your incremental progress. That's not what I'm talking about.
That's exactly right.
Okay. Like I'm trying to like, all right. Let me ask you a question, and I had asked you this a while ago. Do you think that there's a white man out here better than you?
No.
Or
no one, black or white. I don't put anyone above me. No.
Right. So why should people have? Why shouldn't you be equal to those people?
I agree with you. Who disagrees with that?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I agree with you. I should be equal.
We all trying to get to the same.
But what does that have to do with
get to the same end result, which is equality? But the thing is, I'm tired of doing it the old way. I'm ready to go for the new. I'm ready to do it the new way.
Which is file a lawsuit.
Different. Huh?
Which is file a lawsuit.
File a lawsuit.
That's not new, right? That's not new. I just told you that's been done already. You didn't bring up anything new. You didn't say anything that hasn't been done.
New. Do we have reparations?
No.
Huh?
Nike,
you said the lawsuit. Did we win the lawsuit?
No. It's been sitting.
So then since we didn't win it, we just give up then.
No. You continue to push forward. You continue to put pressure on the government. But Nike, listen.
Is there a lawsuit now?
So it's still sitting. It hasn't been resolved yet. But listen, you said do something different. So what do you recommend? You said file another lawsuit. So now you have two.
I told you. I just laid it out. I just said
file another lawsuit.
Yeah, no, I said file a lawsuit, and inside that lawsuit have reparations, tax exemption.
But Nike, but you're not saying doing anything
sovereignty.
You're doing the same thing though, Nike. That's what I'm saying. All these things that you're suggesting have been done already. You're not saying doing anything new.
If they have been done already, then we would have reparations.
No. You know society doesn't work like that. So because you request something, you get it. Is that what you're saying?
No, but if you
said it's if the lawsuit
request something.
Yeah, you said if you just said if we put it out there and requested it, but we didn't get it, that's not the way society works. Life doesn't work that way. So just because you request something doesn't mean that you're going to get it. You continue to fight and you continue to push and you continue to advocate for it. Some things take longer than others. Say it again.
That's what I'm doing.
But then
I'm advocating for it. I'm doing exactly what you said.
Nike, that's what a protest and that's what a march is. It's people coming together to advocate for something. That's the same thing, Nike.
I know, but we've been doing that and we haven't. All right.
And you saying that we should continue. And you saying that we should continue. You saying we should continue.
I'm saying we need to change our strategy. That's what I'm saying. We need to change our strategy. That's what I'm saying.
And file another lawsuit. They have 2.
Shit, why not?
I mean, I'm not saying it'll hurt.
Been sitting there? How long has it been sitting there?
I thought, Nike.
Wait, answer the question.
How long? I don't know. I just know that it's been filed. One has been filed.
When?
But the same way like the lynching act that passed the House.
How long has it been sitting?
I don't know. I don't know dates. I don't know.
Like you can't just say it's already one out there and then don't have no information.
But I know that it happened. I know that it happened. I mean, we can Google it.
When?
Google it. I have no idea.
No. Give me any information on it. You can't just throw out a fact like that and then just be like, and don't have no kind of information on it.
Which one are we talking about? The reparations lawsuit?
Yeah, the reparations lawsuit.
Okay, while I do this, I'm listening.
Yeah, so only thing I'm saying, man, I'm not saying that people look, it's your prerogative. If you want to march and protest, that's your prerogative. I ain't, whatever. You were grown, like people are grown men and women. If that's what they choose to do, then that's what they choose to do.
2017.
Me personally, I'm tired of marching. I'm tired of protesting. White people ain't got shit on me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm all about being equal. So if I can't be equal, then I can't be nothing. So if I'm gonna be American, I'm gonna be the best American I can be. But if I'm referred to as a Black American, then I'm gonna need to have my own Black America.
Your own Black. All right, Nike. That lawsuit.
Not my own Black. Come on, man.
I understand what you're saying.
Like, come on, man. Come on.
All right, I understand. That looks like. Wait a minute. That lawsuit was filed in 2016, 2017. Looks like lawsuit. Yeah. So that's when so it's been sitting since then.
Right.
But it was filed.
Okay. So we good with that.
File another one.
So we good with that. We good.
No. I didn't say that, Nike. I said you continue to push forward. All right. Let's see what we got to come in some of the responses. Hold up. New York ended. There you go. That's the other thing. Qualified immunity. That's the other thing that I was trying to think of. Some institutions, as a result of marching and everything else, some now they couldn't do it at the federal level, but some of the jurisdictions got rid of qualified immunity, which meant that police officers couldn't be sued personally when they did that. That's what I was trying to think of. Shai said agreed. I don't know what he agreed to. Let me see some. All the lawsuits have been filed. All right, let me see. What's wrong with building our own table? Okay, I guess. Well,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm not for keep asking for a seat at their table. Let me tell you another thing, Stace. The reason why we are not able to get anything done as far as their table goes, or as far as their far as equality, equity, and all that, we don't have enough negotiating power. If we were to come together, let me finish.
Okay, my fault.
If we were to come together and put our money together and tell and then demand, like if we put our money together, like we're not spending another fucking dime until we do X, Y, Z. You think they're not going to do it then? Because they depend on the black dollar. That was the whole thing with the black dollar blackout. If we stop spending money for a day, they fucked.
So how do you get people together?
How do you get people together? Like I'm doing right now. Like I'm doing exactly right what I'm doing right now. Exactly what I'm. Welcome to my digital neighborhood. Everybody is welcome. You get what you feel me?
True, right. But Nike, but at some point, you have to get everybody together to talk to them all at once.
Right.
You know, at some point you got to get people together.
Than what we doing right now to get everybody together.
Say it again.
What's a better format than what we're doing right now to get everybody together and to get our message out?
True. In this day and age, it's digital. I agree.
Right.
I agree.
That's all I'm saying.
I agree.
All I'm saying. It's time for a new strategy, and I don't see why there's such a I don't see why that is so fought against, or like, you know what I mean?
No. Nobody fights against it. I think what I disagreed with, as I have been from the beginning, you know, I understand that in this society, change doesn't happen overnight, and we're not going to get the whole cake at once.
It hasn't been overnight, Stace. It hasn't been overnight.
Well,
it's been hundreds of years.
I'm exaggerating, but change happens over time. Put it that way. Change.
It's been time.
But again, as I said though, as long as we're moving forward and not moving backwards, I take that.